Don Lehn, chillTV News with NDP candidate Heather McQuillan. We were talking about healthcare on this forum. Poverty, crime linked together, it seems. What is the NDP's recipe to try and address all of this?
You know, our policy has always been that if you provide the right supports, you don't have to worry about end of the line situations. And really, I think crime is a result of stressed people, of lack of mental health care, of lack of support systems, and really people not knowing where else they can go, not trusting in the system that is in place. And when people get those supports, they trust the system in place.
Homelessness, a major issue, if not the issue in Chilliwack, quote unquote, get people off the streets. How do we pay for it to boost up homeless shelters and just low barrier shelters and low barrier housing, or just affordable housing?
You know, primarily we are going to implement a wealth tax on the top.
Don Lehn, chillTV News with Heather McQuillan of the NDP candidate. Housing, probably one of the flashpoint issues in the Chilliwack area. How is the NDP going to address that should you form the next government?
Well, we have a commitment to building 500,000 affordable housing units in the next 10 years. We are going to implement taxes on the top 1% of our earners in Canada. Really, it's a multifaceted problem, and it has to do with income levels that haven't matched the rise in housing. So we're going to commit to $15 an hour minimum wage. We're going to implement structures that make sure people are taken care of so that they can look at their financial stability. No one can do that when you're dealing with mental health issues or poverty or, poor nutrition. Those things all come into it. And so while we do believe that those 500,000 units are very important, we also believe in addressing all the issues that come into play when we're looking at poverty and homelessness.
The $15 an hour minimum wage, is that economically feasible, or how would you be able to fund that, similar to, say, what the CPP is in this situation, and how do you pay for it?
Well, corporations are making a lot of profit, and that hasn't been looked at. They've been allowed to suppress wages for a long time while their profits go up. And we just don't feel that corporations are the only players in that. When you have corporate lawyers fighting to make that happen, you need a government that fights for people to make sure both sides are represented.
Economic stimulation, granted, we've just seen the Molson Coors open up here. What other things can the NDP do to bring all types of economic viability to the Chilliwack area and the Eastern Fraser Valley?
Well, as we transition into green energy, there are tons of opportunities for clean energy jobs, good paying jobs, and an entire sector that's opening up. And I fully intend on promoting this area for those types of jobs.
One of the interesting questions from the floor was about e-cigarettes. Have we missed the mark in trying to regulate, especially online, as opposed to what we've done with tobacco over the years?
I don't think we have watched the health concerns steadily enough. Anytime a new product is brought onto the market, absolutely, you need to do your research and make sure that we're following up with science instead of just letting companies take the reins.
Thank you so much. With the NDP candidate Don Lehn, chillTV News.